Being able to drive this sort of car, like your cars, has that completely ruined all other cars on track for you?
Well, I've got other cars, I got the Senna GTR
Yeah.
and this G57, and no, it hasn't, because they're all different. And the big thing about driving on the track is that on the track you can drive the car to the limit.
Yeah.
And you can explore the full possibilities, and we like to sort of muck around with the setups on the cars here, just to try to just from an engineering standpoint, just to try to that kind of stuff's enjoyable. And like even on the GTR, like the out of the box setup on the GTR isn't great. Where we have it now, it's pretty good. It could probably be slightly better improved, but it's overall not bad. It's really pretty good. But you want to, like, I've done 1,700 kilometres in my GTR.
Nice. So what's that car like to drive?
It's pretty good. It's got a slightly better balance in the chassis than the Challenge car has, and the engine's a bit disappointing, but I think it's mainly the gearbox. It doesn't go any quicker, even though it's got 815 or 25 horsepower and weighs 1,200 kilograms, and the Challenge car's got 660 and weighs 1,400. It doesn't go any quicker on our straight than the Challenge car because I think it's got the road gearbox in it, and the ratios are just too high.
Right.
And it just makes the engine lazy, and it just takes the edge right off the performance. It's a quick car, but it's the weakest 800 horsepower I've ever felt in a car, really. Like
That's so weird that like that is the case. And I guess, can you adjust the ratios and stuff on that car? Or not really?
No, it's basically a road box. I think that, like, if I wanted to take the engine just onto the limiter, I could drive it on our straight in fifth gear. I mean, I normally pull to six just to save the engine, but that's how. And we've got a 900 metre straight, so okay, there's tracks where the straights are a bit longer, but not much longer.
Yeah, and
it's really not correctly geared. So Ferrari's building me a GT car that's in effect a combination of the best things in the GT3 and GTE, and with the engine unrestricted.
Oh, sick.
And it'll have a racing gearbox and the whole thing, and so hopefully it'll go a bit better in that regard. So
I bet that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, it should be. I hope so. We should get it, I don't know, in a couple of months' time. They're working on it at the moment.
I always find it an interesting situation when you look at people that might be doing, I don't know, might have bought something, like a Senna or something like that, and be using it on a track, or these sort of like track day cars from manufacturers in comparison to an actual race car. Because like I know if I go to a track day with my Radical, it's only got 250 horsepower, but I will lap faster than any supercar by quite a significant margin. And so for me, I get in a supercar again, and I'm like, this feels like a boat. It's heavy, it understeers, it can only do about 4 laps, and then it overheats. So it's interesting seeing people, going for these different cars when you could go, well, you could just have the race car version.
Yeah, well, look, purpose-built racing cars are an instrument. Like we have F3s here, and I've got sort of my own F3. The F3s have got a few negatives, but, it's a purpose-built racing car. So, it's capable of, although the GTR laps many, many seconds quicker. Like, I can lap our track 7 or 8 seconds quicker in the GTR than I can in the F3.
Well, that's interesting. What sort of power is a Formula 3 car?
Well, mine's got basically a road engine, and it's a 2-litre 4, so it's probably got about 200 horsepower.
Oh, okay. And
they have no power at all. Not even sure, 400 and something or 500. They're very light.
Yeah.
And they're good in the turns, but, I mean, there's no... Like, the thing does 220 on the straight.
Yeah.
The other cars do, like, 270. I mean, it's pathetic by comparison. It doesn't even feel like there's anything happening at all. You just nail the throttle and just pull the lever. But, of course, they steer better, and you can adjust the balance of them so easily to exactly where you want it to be and all this sort of stuff. And you can go too far in any direction on the setup easily. whereas the other cars, it's always a bit of a struggle to really move it to, in effect, somewhere that's wrong because you just haven't got the options.